This is KCTV5 News at 10.
Good evening. We have a lot going on tonight with a big fire in Overland Park and a woman's body found in Kansas City. But first, to the newest information on the search for 10-month-old Lisa Irwin. If you have seen her, call police immediately. We have live team coverage with new information from the baby's house to the search area and the command center. And that's where we begin with KCTV5's Janine Kiesling near 210 and North Brighton, who has new information from police. Janine?
Yeah, Karen, at this hour, Lisa's parents are still answering questions. Most of the officers out searching today here at the command post have gone home for the night, but we'll be back out here first thing in the morning. Police canceled the Amber Alert, which is routine after a critical time period has passed. But this investigation will not stop until police figure out what happened to Lisa Irwin.
We have some canines out in the woods. We're going to let them do their thing for a while. Obviously, we don't need daylight for the dogs to work. More than 100 officers and federal agents remain in and around the Kansas City North neighborhood where 10-month-old Lisa Irwin and her family lives. The longer this goes, the harder it gets to get solid information. As the hours pass by, investigators say they know little more about the disappearance of Lisa than they first did when her father reported her missing around 4 this morning. They are our main focus. I'm not calling them suspects, but they were in the home. They are the child's parents. They probably would have the most information to give us. The child's mother told police she put Lisa in her crib around 10:30 last night. Police say the window in Lisa's room was ajar and possibly tampered with. But beyond that, the investigation has gone nowhere. No, we've received a lot of information from the TIPS hotline that we've pursued, but to say that we have really solid leads at all would probably be pushing it too far at this point. Less than a mile from the family home, dive teams searched the Missouri River. Firefighters rappelled down a cliff in the same area. Meanwhile, officers spent hours in a wooded area near the house, searching by foot and by horseback. But investigators wouldn't say why they chose to exhaust their resources in those areas. Well, we're not assuming anything, first of all. And secondly, you always start with the immediate crime scene, and then you work out as that dries up. There has been a lot of activity at the family home at 37th and Lister tonight. That's where we find KCTV5's Amy Anderson, who continues our team coverage. Amy?
Well, Janine, it appears things are changing by the minute. Just as we went to air tonight, we noticed several officers with Kansas City, Missouri Police Department pulled up here in the unmarked cars that you see. A whole group of them, at least a half a dozen, went around to the back of the house. We're not sure what they're doing back there. You can see a couple of them back there with flashlights right now. As soon as our report wraps up, we'll go down and see if we can ask them a couple of questions. In the meantime, despite the fact that Amber Alert was canceled, no one here is giving up hope on finding the baby. Outside the Northland neighborhood where 10-month-old Lisa Irwin was reported missing, Kansas City, Missouri police stopped each and every vehicle, asking even those just passing through if they'd seen anything. Despite the cancellation of the Amber Alert, the search continues. People are talking, yellow tape remains, and in the darkness, light shines in the window where it all began.
Why would you take that little baby?
Robert and Anna Lee Brizendine have lived in the area for 54 years of their 65-year marriage. They woke up this morning to news of the Amber Alert and a search of their house by the FBI.
They were FBI with...
I just lost IFB. And back out here live, neighbors here are definitely doing their part to help in the search. One woman even told police she saw a man carrying a baby down the street late last night wearing only a diaper. That was yet another lead that still hasn't led to Lisa. But again, as we just told you, several officers have just arrived back here at the house. They're around the corner and toward the back. We can see flashes going off as the crime scene investigators are still inside, taking pictures inside the house. We're going to stay here on the scene, try and figure out what's going on, and we'll let you know just as soon as we know the latest developments. For now, reporting live in the Northland, Amy Anderson, KCTV5 News.
All right, Amy, thank you. And here is another look at the timeline of how this Amber Alert unfolded. Police say Lisa Irwin's mother put her to bed in a crib at about 10:30 last night. Investigators say Lisa's father arrived home from an overnight shift at about 4 o'clock this morning, and that's when he discovered his daughter missing. Police issued the Amber Alert at about 7:15 this morning, but again, it was canceled 12 hours later, close to 7:15 tonight. And all the while, crews have been searching for 10-month-old Lisa. Our web team is constantly updating KCTV5.com with new details on the search for Lisa Irwin.